Heidi Alexandra Pollard, Company Culture Architect, CEO at UQ Power and University Lecturer in MBA Program, UON. November 28, 2014. How poor leaders are killing us. Our jobs are killing us and the people who are responsible are our leaders. I recently heard Simon Sinek say this in a YouTube video and it really struck a chord. How did you feel when you read that? Harsh reality? Don't believe me? Or perhaps you have had an experience yourself or heard someone say my boss is busting my balls or my manager is killing me. These might be throwaway comments around the water cooler, but sadly they are a reflection of reality. In my view and experience, leadership is not a rank or position, it is a choice. It is a choice to be of service and support others. Since first reading Robert Greenleaf's powerful book The Servant Leader when writing my thesis paper for my master's degree in my late 20s, to working for the general manager of a large teaching hospital with 3,000 staff who clearly cared about his staff and how they cared for their patients, I began the journey of studying servant leaders. Some of the most powerful lessons I learned came from working in toxic environments where there was a clear container manager culture of restrictive, measured and fear-based decisions that created a dog-eat-dog, dauber mentality amongst staff. Here I saw how even one container manager at the top could have a negative impact on people's self-esteem, health, well-being and relationships both at work and at home. Almost as bad as the container manager was the disinterested manager, where I witnessed people shrivel and lose their spark as they became undervalued and invisible. And the research proves working for these poor leaders is a problem for individual employees as well as for the organization. Studies from Europe and the US are showing that when people say my boss is killing me, quite literally this could be the case. Around 25% of people who have worked for a poor manager for a short period of time and 38% of the people who have worked for a poor manager for a longer period of time are more likely to have a stroke or heart disease later in life as a product of working with them. Biologically, working with a manager who makes us feel paranoid and anxious and unsafe creates too much cortisol in our body, which compromises our immune system, will make us self-interested and stressed, and makes us less empathic and considerate of others. In addition, being ignored by a manager results in a 4 in 10 chance you'll be actively disengaged in your job on a daily basis. If your manager tells you what you're doing wrong, there's a 2 in 10 chance you'll be actively disengaged at work. On the other hand, if you are fortunate to work for an expander leader who focuses primarily on your strengths, there's only a slim 1 in 10 chance that you'll be disengaged at work. So what is it that expander leaders do differently to poor leaders or container manager? Expander or servant leaders create more leaders, they are of service. See possibility in every individual employee and seek to find the uniqueness, I call it the UQ, in every single person. Are more likely to sacrifice self for the good of the many and the organization. Take care to make sure that other people's highest priority needs are being served. Focuses primarily on the growth and well-being of people and the communities to which they belong. Give control, not take control. Of the companies I've studied over the past 2 decades, those with an expander leader-driven culture experience less staff turnover, less OHS issues, disputes and claims, increased productivity, increased profit, increased stakeholder engagement. Creating a positive, productive and mentally healthy workplace culture is one of the important issues businesses face today. A recent PricewaterhouseCoopers report identified that ignoring it costs Australian businesses around $10.9 billion a year in lost productivity. And with stress, anxiety and poor mental health likely to affect 1 in 5 employees, by taking action the benefits can be profound. The benefits are clear. Business leaders need to make a long-term commitment to creating positive, mentally healthy workplace, not killing their people. By taking the initiative, you'll not only make your company a better place to work where people feel respected as unique individuals, you can help make it more productive and profitable. And that's just good business. VizualMedia for Internet Nation.